Demi Lovato teases new music and shuts down rumors about her sobriety.
Normani speaks out on Fifth Harmony.
And Justin Timberlake breaks his silence on what went down with his co-star.
All that and more on today's Daily Hollywood Rundown. What is up, you guys? Welcome to today's episode of the Daily Hollywood Rundown. I'm Susan Morad.
And I'm Emil Ennis Jr. So happy to have you guys here. Thank you so much for all of you who join us each and every day, because this is a daily show. So we really do appreciate it. But guys, while you're here, make sure you click that subscribe button and click that bell, because we don't want you to miss a single thing. And also leave a comment in the comment section below, and you may be featured on You're So Clever.
Which is coming up later this week. But first, we need to jump into so much tea today. We're going to kick things off with Tom Holland and kind of what went down when he found out, or how he found out about the good news. Tom Holland is giving us a little more info into how he managed to save Spider-Man as we know it, as part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Earlier this year, it was announced that Spider-Man could be pulled from Disney's movie roster due to an ongoing stalemate between Disney and Sony. Well, apparently all it took to tip the scales in Spidey's favor was for a little phone call from Tom Holland. But he had some help from a pint or three of beer. Tom went on Jimmy Kimmel's late night show to promote his new movie, Spies in Disguise, and while he was there, he told his side of the story concerning Spider-Man and the business deal that shook the world. It started with an email that Tom sent to Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney. It read, "I just wanted to say this has been an amazing 5 years of my life. Thank you for changing my life in the best way, and I hope we can work together in the future." Well, Bob got back to him and said that he would like to chat on the phone sometime soon. Bob said he wanted to have a phone call where they could talk about the future of the movie franchise and Tom's role in Marvel. Well, what is usually every employee's worst nightmare turned out to be a dream come true when Tom's boss called him while they were at a bar, already pretty drunk, which is Tom's words, not mine. Apparently, Tom was pretty much ready to throw in the towel. He was apparently crying on the phone and said that he got emotional because, quote, "I felt like it was all coming to an end. We had a really good plan of what we were going to do with Sony. The future of Spider-Man was still really bright, but it would have been a shame to take him out of the MCU." But he tried to accept his fate graciously, telling Bob that he was grateful for the opportunity to ever get to play Spider-Man in the first place. Well, something that Tom said or did must have worked, because Bob said there was a world where they could work something out. Tom actually got to take part in some of the conversations surrounding the conflict. He said, quote, "It was really interesting for me to have these two studio heads ask, 'What do you think?'" He made his case to both CEOs, and a few days and a dozen phone calls later, it was announced that Sony and Disney had come to an agreement and Spider-Man would continue as it should be as part of the Marvel Universe. Well, fans were obviously just as excited as we were with this news, and there is already talk that the third movie in the Spider-Man franchise will come out in July of 2021, which is exactly 2 years after the release of Spider-Man Far From Home. Tom, we're so happy. We're just so happy.
Can't wait to see more what's going to happen in Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but only time will tell.
All right, moving on to our next story. Demi Lovato is coming back bigger and better than ever before. Honestly, we can feel it in our bones. And she just shared some really exciting news to Instagram, and also shared something else to Instagram stories that she needed to set the record straight. Our girl Demi Lovato is thriving right now, and as we shared a little while ago, Demi did reveal that new music was on the horizon in a recent interview that she did at the 2019 Teen Vogue Summit, which was her very first sit-down interview in quite some time. But during that interview, she didn't put a date on when new music will be coming, but we felt like it would be soon, but we didn't realize it would be this soon. Well, yesterday, Demi took to Instagram to post this dark, blank post that got fans going absolutely wild, but it wasn't the image itself because obviously it's blank. It was the caption, which read, "The next time you hear from me, I'll be singing." And fans were going crazy about this news in the comments section, including Millie Bobby Brown, who commented yes. And Ashley Graham was also there with these emojis, and fans losing all chill, like dying. This is the best news. And indeed it is. At this point, we're going to be on high alert because we cannot wait for new music from Demi. But there was something else that Demi also shared on Instagram yesterday. It was this Instagram story that again was on a blank black background with text that read, "Don't believe the rumors" with an upside down smiley face emoji. Well, fans who hadn't heard the rumors that Demi was cryptically referring to were asking her about it in the comments section, saying things like, "Please tell me what rumors," in response to a fan saying that people needed to leave Demi alone. And this person who said, "Demi, babe, what do you mean by don't believe the rumors? I hope everything's okay." Right, well, take care. And sure enough, there were fans then responding with their thoughts on the rumors that Demi was referring to, and signs seemed to be pointing to Perez Hilton. This fan responded to the question by saying, "Perez Hilton said she was drinking and smoking weed." And that he did. On his December 4th podcast, Perez accused Demi of being selective with her sobriety. Perez claimed to have a, quote, "friend who has a friend who works at an establishment in downtown LA," and this is what he went on to say.
"I'm told that Demi was ordering alcoholic drinks and drinking them. Specifically, she was drinking margaritas."
Perez also then went on to say that there was an upstairs rooftop area at this establishment and...
"I am told she was also smoking weed."
Well, Perez, Demi just set the record straight, saying, "Don't believe the rumors," so there you have it. Don't believe the rumors.
Nope, sorry, not sorry, but back to her music. I am
Yes.
ready for it. I love Demi so much and so happy that we're getting new music from her. I'm happy that she's healthy. I'm just happy.
I am so happy for her, and this whole new era, I think this music is going to be absolutely fire, and I just cannot wait. And now, like, literally, she's told us, the next time you hear from me, I'm going to be singing. So it's like, it's coming.
So Justin Timberlake is finally speaking out about that hand-holding scandal with his co-star for Palmer, and we're gonna break it down because fans have a lot to say. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, last week photos surfaced of Justin at a bar in New Orleans called Absinthe, and in the photos taken by paparazzi, Justin and Alicia Wainwright are sitting next to each other on a balcony, and in one photo, his co-star Alicia's hand can be seen draped over Justin's leg with her hand resting on his inner thigh. To make matters worse, another photo surfaced with Justin holding hands with Alicia. One day after the photo surfaced and they started making headlines, Alicia's reps told ET there is no validity to the speculation. Pretty much they were telling everyone nothing happened and nothing is going on. So we hadn't heard from JT's camp or even his wife of 7 years, Jessica Biel's camp. That is until today. Justin broke his silence on Instagram in a lengthy post writing, "I stay away from gossip as much as I can, but for my family, I feel it is important to address recent rumors that are hurting the people I love. A few weeks ago, I displayed a strong lapse in judgment, but let me be clear. Nothing happened between me and my co-star. I drank way too much that night and I regret my behavior. I should have known better. This is not the example I want to set for my son. I apologize to my amazing wife and family for putting them through such an embarrassing situation, and I am focused on being the best husband and father I can be. This was not that." He then added, "I am incredibly proud to be working on Palmer, looking forward to continuing to make this movie and for people to see it." Now, while the apology seems sincere, some fans aren't buying it and are totally shading JT. One person said, "Love how 38-year-old Justin Timberlake blames alcohol for his recent cheating behavior." So that's a 38-year-old apparent grown man blaming alcohol for behaving like a total and other You needed to grow up 20 years ago. TikTok, TikTok. And another added more salt to the wound saying, "I find Justin Timberlake's Instagram statement interesting. He may have been drunk, but he wanted to get with Alicia Wainwright. Holding hands under the table, seemed pretty comfortable with each other, probably not the first time for them." So obviously fans can speculate and we can come up with all these theories and rumors about what went down, what happened in that moment, what happened after that moment, but the only two people who really know, like really know, are Alicia and Justin. Even the people who were there, like obviously they weren't under the table holding hands, so
No.
only Alicia and Justin know. I'm glad he made a statement
Me
though, because I
too.
can't imagine like how that must feel for his family, but I don't think this is going to be the end of this.
I know, and I'm glad too that he came out and made a statement, because if he just went silent and didn't actually say anything, that doesn't sit well with
Yeah,
me.
that makes it worse.
One of the things, putting that aside and the cheating rumors, one of the things that I kept asking myself is that how do you get that drunk and you've got to go to work the next day on
Hey.
set? You know what I mean?
Listen, especially in LA, the bars close at 2 a.m.
He was in New Orleans.
I know he's
yeah.
in New Orleans, but like I feel like they've gotten used to figuring it out.
Just
you know?
bouncing back, like
Felt like something was crawling on my leg. Sorry.
Justin Timberlake's coming for you.
All right, so our girl Normani is on the cover of The Fader, and she has some things to get off of her chest. Specifically, she's talking not just about her future music and stuff, but her time with Fifth Harmony, Camila Cabello, racism. Let's get into it. So obviously Normani is prepping for her full solo debut, but she opened up about her time in Fifth Harmony, and we were definitely intrigued by some of these answers. So the interviewer asked Normani what it was like to be a part of Fifth Harmony, and she said, quote, "I don't feel like while I was in the group, anyone saw the truest version of me. I wasn't allowed the opportunity to showcase that." Now, of course, we are seeing more of what Normani can do now when she performs at award shows or drops bangers like Motivation and slays in the music video. But back to the interview, they touched on that interview from 2016 where fans thought that Normani shaded Camila and some called her the N-word and Norm Monkey on Twitter. And Normani announced that she was taking a break shortly after that. So Normani opened up about this saying, "The girls offered support, but I'm not sure they could be there in the way that I need it because it's not their experience. They don't have to face on a day-to-day basis the things that I have to. I definitely learned after that I had to walk a different way. I can't look like everybody else." So I completely understand where she's coming from regarding that. And even though she openly talked about that, she didn't really want to talk about Camila Cabello. The article says, quote, "When I asked if Normani and the other girls knew that Camila was going to lead the group, she politely tells me she'd prefer not to talk about it. We're all on good terms," she asserts. "Conversations have obviously been had. I spoke to Camila at Billboard Music Awards. I saw her again at the VMAs, and no bad blood at all." So that's that. But enough about Camila and Fifth Harmony. We are ready for what Normani is about to give us in 2020. And she said at one point, "All that I ever ask is just for the opportunity to become Normani. Just give me the opportunity to prove that I can be the best that I can be. I'm not going to be the best anybody else. That's just an unrealistic ask. That I can be the best that I can be, that's all I have to offer." And she also hopes her story resonates with fans, but specifically young black women, saying, "Being one of a few black women, but also dark-skinned women, given the opportunity, representation is key. Who's to say the next time they give another girl the opportunity? It could be in 10 years. I understand the importance of that responsibility. It's much more than just music." I just have to say I'm so proud of Normani, and I cannot wait to see what she has for us. I know that we're definitely going to get more of her because we only got to hear a sample of her when she was in Fifth Harmony because, of course, it was 5 members in the group.
Yep.
So I believe she's gonna slay. It's gonna be her year.
It's gonna be her year. 2020, get ready for more Normani. And like you said, we've only got to see a little bit of her on her own, and she's been killing it and slaying, and I just can't wait for more. All right, well, you know what time it is. It is time for the final rundown. 1.5 minutes on the clock. Kicking it off with our very first story. Jason Derulo is speaking out regarding his photo being banned on Instagram. If you haven't seen the photo, you can find it online for sure. But after posting about it getting deleted, TMZ caught up with him and he explained the state of his package. And he also said that he thinks it's discrimination because, like he said on his Instagram post, he can't help his size.
Hey, he's just speaking his truth, man.
There's so much that can be said about that photo, but we don't have time.
Oh, but moving on. Taylor Swift is dropping a surprise Christmas song and it will be out tonight. So she posted this video to Instagram and said, "When in doubt, ask the itty bitty pretty kitty committee. When they shun you with silence, ambivalence, and judgmental brush-offs, just put the song out anyway. New Xmas song and video made from home videos out tonight. Hashtag Christmas Tree Farm." Love a good Christmas song.
Cannot wait for that. Also, something else I can't wait for, the Streamies are coming, you guys. The 2019 Streamy Awards are December the 13th, and this year there will be no host. According to Deadline, the Streamies will, quote, introduce inaugural collaborators Emma Chamberlain, Mr. K, Rosanna Pansino, Mark Rober, Brandon Rogers, Patrick Starr, and Hannah Stocking. Streamies founder Drew Baldwin said, "Collaboration is a hallmark of YouTube culture. So this year we're working with multiple creators to further showcase the diverse and robust range of creative talent within the digital community worldwide."
Okay.
Okay, on the clock, right on time.
Cannot wait. Also, love you, Drew. We can't wait for Streamies, and of course, we are on YouTube, so we will be supporting.
Yes, we will see you there-ish kind of thing, you guys. That's the end of the photo rundown.
Well, that's a wrap on today's show, guys. I want to know what you think about Normani's interview. Did you read the whole thing? If you haven't, you should definitely check it out. Let us know in the comment section below.
Yes, and also I want to know your thoughts on Demi's new music. How soon do you think we'll be getting it? Do you think it might be like this weekend? Could it possibly be tonight? Do you think it's next month? Do you think it's January? I don't know. Let me know what you're thinking and also what you're excited to hear from her sound, all that sort of stuff, because it is a really exciting time.
Yes, and we will be back here tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
But wait, guys, before you go, click right over here to watch another brand new video of the Daily Hollywood Rundown.
Yes, and while you're in the clicking mood, you should hit that subscribe button if you haven't before, because that way you're kept updated with all the new stuff and us too.
Yeah.